Planning isn't just about being organized, it's about being able to breathe, because if you're in hospitality, your week won't plan itself. It comes at you fast. Staff issues, supplier chaos, last minute bookings, it stacks up. So if you don't give your time structure, something else will. And that something is usually chaos. In this video, I'll walk you through how I plan my week now, not to be more productive, but to stay human while I lead. Hi, I'm Trevor. I've run a successful multi-award winning restaurant and cocktail bar for years, but I didn't come from hospitality. I built it from the ground up with no prior bar or restaurant experience. Just grit, stubbornness, and learning everything the hard way. For years, my version of planning was simple. Just get through today. No real schedule, no breathing space, just firefight, recovery, repeat. And on the outside, it looked like I had it all together. The venue was busy, the team was growing, events were running, but behind the scenes, I was frayed. My edges worn down to nothing. I lived in a permanent state of reaction. If something went wrong, I jumped in. If someone needed me, I was there. If I had a moment of quiet, I filled it with more work because silence felt dangerous, like I was missing something. Eventually, it caught up with me. Anxiety, the exhaustion, panic attacks, a slow erosion of joy, focus, confidence, and the person that I used to be. One of the biggest shifts I made wasn't about doing less, it was about structuring my time so I could carry the load without it crushing me, finding a way to lead without losing myself in the process. And that's what I wanted to talk you through today. My mission now is to help other hospitality leaders, the owners, the GMs, the chefs, the area managers who are going through what I went through, and to show you it doesn't have to be this way. What I'm sharing isn't some one-size-fits-all schedule. It's a way of looking at your week that makes space for you to exist, not just your business, not just your team. This is how I plan my week now and how I teach others in my coaching program. So let's get into it. Before we dive in, if you want my free weekly wellness and operations planner to implement this straight away, just drop the word plan in the comments. I'll send it over to you. It's a simple but powerful structure that combines well-being check-ins with operational clarity, so you can start each week with intention rather than dread. The biggest lie hospitality teaches us is that being always available is a virtue, that if you truly care, you're always on, always giving. But here's the reality, if you keep giving without limits, you'll eventually have nothing left to give. We internalize the message that self-sacrifice is noble, but what it often leads to is exhaustion, resentment, and silent burnout. When you're always available, you're never truly clocked out. Even when you're at home, you're checking the rotor. You're waiting for that message, mentally troubleshooting tomorrow's problems. Your body might be off the clock, but your nervous system is still in the building. Over time, that does damage. You become hypervigilant, always on edge. Your creativity disappears because there's no space for new ideas. Your sleep suffers, even if you get the hours, because your mind won't shut off. You stop enjoying your own space because your mind never leaves work. I used to pride myself on being the guy who could fix everything. Day off didn't matter. I'd step in every time. But that wasn't leadership, that was control, and it left no room for my team to grow or for me to breathe. Here's what changed. I started blocking out 1 hour each morning for my routine. No calls, no messages, just me, the dog, my tea, and a bit of breath work. I made a rule: after 8 p.m, phone on do not disturb. And here's the wildest part. Most of the things that used to ping through, they weren't emergencies, they were habits, and habits can change. The building didn't fall apart, the business continued, it improved, because I did. I handled high pressure situations with more clarity. I wasn't just reacting, I was responding. My team started taking more ownership because they saw I wasn't going to micromanage every detail. Planning gave me the space to lead, not just survive. Step 1, start with your energy. Before you even open your calendar, stop and ask, how am I actually feeling? Not in a vague, fine kind of way. Get specific. Are you depleted, anxious, flat, hopeful but overstretched? Write one sentence on how you feel each Monday morning. Then score your energy out of 10. This informs how much you can actually take on. Some weeks it's an 8, some weeks it's a 3, but plan accordingly. Step 2, block out your non-negotiables. Non-negotiables are the cornerstones of your week. These aren't goals, they're anchors. Payroll deadlines, supplier ordering windows, meetings that must happen, but also your Saturday morning walk or Friday coffee with a mate. Write these in first because most people plan everything else, then wedge their needs in around the chaos, and that builds resentment. Step 3, Set 1 to 2 clear leadership priorities. Instead of chasing a dozen goals, pick 1 or 2 that really matter from the leadership lens. What does the business need from you as a leader this week? It could be morale, training, delegating a system so you're not the bottleneck. Focus sharpens your week. It makes it feel possible again. Step 4, build buffer time. This changed my nervous system. Buffers are blocks of nothing time between things that usually drain you. Transitions require recovery, so I now build in 30 to 60 minute windows between anything big. Sometimes I walk, sometimes I just sit, but I don't jump onto the next fire. Step 5, a midweek review. Every Wednesday, I take 10 minutes to check. Am I on track? What feels off? What do I need to let go of? If your week has changed, your plan needs to shift too. That's not weakness, that's leadership. Planning isn't about controlling every minute. It's about making space for you to exist on your own life. Don't wait for a crisis to start planning like your well-being matters. Build that in now before your mind or your body pulls the emergency brake. I'm not perfect at this. I'm still figuring it out, but I've come far enough to say with certainty that you carry a lot and you deserve the tools and support to carry it well. You matter too. Don't forget that.